jail. Make a nigga work when you locked in a cell. Can't find work when you out on bail, but your homie got the work, so we passed you a scale. Got them birds like the Bible got quail. Niggas selling out cause they mama got bills. Turning the coons like Oprah and Gail. How you sell your soul just to get a little kale? They put you in a dress when you get a record deal. Wanna see a nigga getting high on pills? You can dance on a pole, you can sell that tail, but they never tell a nigga that he can go to Yale. We all created equal, that's white males. All lives matter, not black males. Another mother crying, another coffin got a nail. How many brothers out here got killed? How many of our sisters out here gotta heal? How many more cats gotta get peeled? We beef with each other so quick to pull the steel. George Zimmerman still alive and well. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Feel. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. Feel. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. Chill. Yo, chill.
An industrial complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
They just want us to die in silence. They just want us to die in silence. They just want us to die in silence. I might start me a fucking riot. Slave rebellion, no compliance. They just want us to die in silence. They murder minds like they got a license. I pray for the coronavirus to kill all of these violent tyrants. They prey on us like they're poaching lions. World War III's on the horizon. Black and Hispanics form alliance. From the west coast to the islands, this pressure is making diamonds. They've awakened sleeping giants. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. Feel.
Nigga, did you just say what I was trying to say, but smarter? I like this little nigga.
What it do? What it do? You know, Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
It's too late, a nigga that sipped the Kool-Aid. That La Frog, single barrel and goose. Got the coke going up on a Tuesday. Roast a false prophet like a gourmet souffle. Cause me no say spirit gun like you skate. Nigga might run up in that black face like Gucci. Boycott a cracker, kill your favorite rapper. Cause I run with G's like a Green Bay Packer. I chop a Christian like a new machete. When you polygamist, they look at you like R. Kelly. Still these women wanna do me like I'm Akinelli. West Coast sisters love me like a Machiavelli. Make these crackers lick the dust off my boots. We want no cowards in our camp and we ain't taking recruits. My crew the livest, y'all suckers is the jobbers. Niggas run their lips but they damn sure wouldn't try us. Nah, I ain't the same cat who used to break laws. They just rather see me as the same cause. Some rather remain lost. My brain washed with these stained thoughts. I be repping for my niggas riding for the same cause. Cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, then I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Better ask somebody, bitch.
Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it. Made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss ball. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no picks or no cars to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50, I shall now awake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Now taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop, heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastating, I'm calculating my next move. UPK will real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for bars, that'll get you bruised. My niggas home ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your move on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Vengeance in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog. Down by the letter, and live by that protocol. Walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struggles. Life like some war resist, or get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure, election will be sure, correction will.
Charlotte.
La Yasharala, which means to Israel. Madiam, Wapanya, Hakodam, which means stand and face the east. First, we're doing the Lord's Prayer, first in Hebrew, then in English. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayah, Kodash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak Watka, Daba'ah, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayam, Natan Lanawa, Lakam, Kaw, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawak Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabaya'anawa, Banasayawan, Abba, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahatapara, la'ai walamyam,
Wa'ayalami.
aman.
Aman. Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father.
Our Father,
Which art in heaven.
which art in heaven,
Hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy will
come,
be done.
thy will be done,
In earth as it is in heaven.
in earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread,
And forgive us our debts.
and forgive us our debts,
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into
But
temptation,
deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the
And
kingdom,
the power.
and the power,
And the glory.
and the glory,
Forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. Next prayer for power, first in Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kushai,
Baba Kashai.
Natan Lanawa,
Thundernaw.
Hakak,
Hakak.
Hakak,
Hakak.
Rapa'ah,
Lafa'ah.
Kal Maka'a,
Kal Makala.
Wakal Marawa,
Kal Marawa.
Hakak,
Hakak.
Latahar,
Latahar.
Ha Matazariam,
Hamatazarian.
Hakak,
Hakak.
Lahakoyam,
Lahakoyam.
Hamathium,
Hamathim.
Hakak,
Hakak.
Irakwa,
Irakwa.
Hatama'ala,
Hatama'ala.
Nagar Shai,
Gavashan.
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai.
the water,
The water.
Aman,
Power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
Please give us the power.
please give us the power,
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
power to heal all manner of sickness,
And all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease,
The power to cleanse the leper.
the power to cleanse the lepers,
The power to raise the
the
dead.
power to raise the dead,
The power against unclean
the
spirits.
power against unclean
To
spirits,
cast them out.
to cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
Thank you so big.
thank you, so be it. Next we have Psalm 121, verse in Hebrew. Asha'ah,
Ashai.
Ayanya,
Ayanya.
Al-Haharyam,
Al-Hariam.
Ma'ayan,
Ayan.
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah,
Azaria.
Isaiah,
Azaria.
Ma'ay,
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Aisha,
Shai.
Shemayam,
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza,
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yatan,
Ayathan.
Labawat,
Namawat.
Regalka,
Agalka.
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Hana,
Hana.
La'ah,
La'a.
Yanawam,
Yanawam.
Wala'ah,
Wala'a.
Yayashan,
Yashan.
Shawamar,
Shamamar.
Yasharala,
Yasharala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Tazalka.
Aliyah,
Ayad.
Yamyanka,
Yavyanka.
Yawamam,
Yamawam.
Hashemaz,
Hashemash.
La'a Yakaka,
La'a Yakaka.
Wayarak,
Wairak.
Balayala,
Bala Yala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Athnapashka,
Asnapaska.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Taza'atka,
Tazaka.
Wabawa'aka,
Wabaaka.
Ma'aitha,
Ma'aita.
Wa'aid Iwalam,
I will on. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the
I
hills,
will lift up my eyes into the hills,
from which cometh my help.
from which cometh my help.
My help coming from the Lord,
My help coming from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
may heaven and earth.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Do not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth,
From this time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. All right, well, this is in the power structure. First in the Hebrew, then in the English. Barak,
Barak,
Atah,
Atah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Mayaka'ala,
Wa Mayaka'ala,
Wa Alahayim,
Wa Alayim,
Matazabia,
Matazabia,
Alawap Yahana,
Alawap Yahana,
Ha Alawapyam,
Ha Alawapia,
Ha Saranyam,
Ha Saranyam,
Ha Quatazayanyam,
Ha Quatazayanyam,
Ha Kayayalim,
Ha Kayayim,
Wa Ha Agwathian,
Wa Ha Akwatian,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
the water,
the water.
Aman.
Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
and Yahweh Shai,
and you, Yahweh Shai,
and Michael,
and Michael,
and the angels,
and the angels.
Commanding General, Your Honor.
Commanding General, Your
The
Honor.
general.
The general.
The captain.
The captain.
The officer.
The officer.
The trooper.
The troopers.
The sisters.
The sisters.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right, Psalms 83, first in the Hebrew. Alahaya.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa al-Tashakwat.
Wa al-Tashakwat.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabiaka.
Awayabiaka.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Wama Shana Yaka.
Wama Shema Yaka.
Nasha'awa. Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayataya Aitazawa.
Wayataya Aitazawa.
Al-Tazapanwa.
Al-Tazapanwa.
Yaka.
Yaka.
Amarwa.
Amara.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam. Hallelujah.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasharala.
Sham Yasharala.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Salaki. Aiwa.
Aiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Na Aitazawa.
Na Waitazawa.
La.
La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai Alahaya.
Wa Yashamai Alahaya.
Mawa Abba.
Mawa Abba.
Wahagaria.
Wa Hagaria.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Amawan.
Wa Amawan.
Wa Amalak.
Wa Amalak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Na Ailawa. It's like it. Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasa Yasara'a.
Kasa Yasara'a.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Badakal.
Banakal.
Kayashwa.
Koyashian.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan Da'ara.
Ba'ayan Da'ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadayapmawa.
Nadayapmawa.
Ka'ara.
Ka'ara.
Wakaza Aba.
Wakaza Aba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazaba.
Wakataza Manai.
Wakatazal Manai.
Kal Nasayakamwa.
Kal Nasayakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarash. This is Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
La Nawa.
Ah. Naawa.
Naawa.
Alahaya.
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 Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapan. Lapanya Raka.
Lapanya Raka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Taba Ira Ya Ira.
Taba Ira Ya Ira.
Waka Lahaba.
Waka Lahaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Hayam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Taradakma.
Taradakma.
Basa Ira Ka.
Basa Iraka.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Waba Sawapaka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kualawan.
Kualawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahalwa.
Wayabahawa.
Aidi Ai.
Aji Ai.
Wakaparwa.
Wakapara.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya the Iowa.
Waya the Iowa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata.
Ata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labaka.
Al Yawan.
Al Yuwan.
Al Kaha Arataza.
Al Kaha Arataza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the
They have
head.
taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of
The
Edom.
tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Israelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur also is joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kisan.
At the brook of Kisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
And all their princes as Zabah.
And as Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as a flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as a flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name, O Lord.
That they may seek thy name, O Lord.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
That men may know that thou.
That men may know that thou.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Art the most high over all the earth.
Art the most high over all the earth. All right, bless Israel, first in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Baal Shem.
Baal Shem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak Lanao.
Barak Lanao.
Wayasharala.
Wayasharala.
Wahabayat Saparia.
Wahabayat Saparia.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Hagan.
Baal Shem.
Baal Shem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Tawada.
Tawada.
Aman.
Aman. Bless Israel in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahushai.
Lord, in the name of Yahushai.
Bless us and Israel.
Bless us and Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against
That
us.
speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the schools.
And the schools.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the
That
school.
refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force thy riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and
And
destruction.
punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nation.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
Court system.
Court system.
Prison
The
system.
prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
MLS synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinhead.
Skinhead.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
The gay
The
movement.
gay
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
National Space Program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marine.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airwaves.
And the airways.
The cable access channel.
Cable access channel.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop us.
that seek to stop us
And bring swift
and
destruction
bring swift destruction
to the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in our way
that stand in our way
or try to stop us
or try to stop us
from broadcasting your
from
word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth
through the earth
and consume them.
consume them.
Let the plague shake the house
Let the plague shake the house
of the thief and the murderer.
of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahushua,
Michael,
Michael,
and Gabriel
and Gabriel
come down with the flying
come
saucer
down with the flying saucer
and punish all the heathen
and punish all the heathen
that come up against
that
us
come up against us
as we speak thy
as
word.
we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by
Cause it
all
to be known by all
that it is the angels
that is the angels
that have done it.
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it be spread
through the media,
through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
In the name of Yahushua,
thank you always, so be it.
thank you always, so be it.
All right, we're picking up. Sorry. Picking up where we left off last week, right? Which was the second chapter of Genesis, right? And right, it's the second chapter of Genesis, and we're starting at the 21st verse. We ended on the 20th verse last week, right? All right. Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. Wayapal, Yahweh, Alahayim, the Radamah, Isle, Ha'adam, Wayayashan, Wayakwak, Achath, Ma Tazalai, Thayawa, Waya Sagar, Bashar, Thachathana, verse 22. Wayaban, Alahaya, it's like a Yahweh, Alahayim, Oth, Ha Tazalai, Ashar, Laquach, Man, Ha'adam, La'asha, Wayaba'aha, all, Ha'adam, verse 23. Waya Amar, Ha'adam, Za'ath, Hapa'im, Aitazam, Ma'aitazam Ya, Mabashar, Mabashar Ya, Laza'ath, Makwara'a, Asha, Kaya, Ma'ayash, Laquacha, Za'ath, verse 24. Al, Kan, Ya'izab, Ayash, Ath, Abayawa, Wa'ath, Amawa, Wadabak, Ba'ashathwa, Wahayawa, Labashar Achad, verse 25. Wayahayawa Shanayaham Irawa. It's like a Irawam Yum. Ha'adam. Wa'ashathwa. Wala'a. Wa Bashashwa. Alright, let's start at 21 and go to the end of the chapter.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
Right, so again, we know that when we look at the Genesis is a story, right? So most of it is not a direct. The words don't directly translate, right? It's an approximation. Like, for example, when it's talking about the first days, right? Those aren't literal days; those are 1,000 years, right? This is what the Most High is telling Moses to write down, right? And repeat that again.
And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
Right. So when he's talking about a deep sleep, he's not really talking about actually laying down and going to sleep, right? He's talking about how Adam was so deep into his work he couldn't see anything around him. He was unconscious. He had blinders on. He was unaware of his surroundings, right? Right. Like we say all the time, in the street, when you're in the streets, if you see somebody who was not paying attention to their surroundings and you got beef with him, you caught him sleeping, right? Same thing. He was asleep. He was not paying attention to his surroundings, and he was just doing the work of the Most High God. Keep going.
And he slept.
Mm-hmm.
And he took one of his ribs,
right,
closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman,
right,
and brought her unto the man.
Right. So this is when he's talking about how he got this woman from his family, right? Because again, we know that Adam and Eve were not the first two people on earth, right? The first man was created on the sixth day, which, knowing that a day to the Most High is 1,000 years to us, and then Adam was not spoken of until the seventh day, right? So there was 1,000 years of after the Most High created man and woman and said to be fruitful and multiply, right? So when it's talking about closing up the flesh thereof, right? That means that you can't, so when you get a rib, when you get a spouse, when you get a woman that you're gonna be with, right? She gotta be from your family. She gotta be from your people, right? She can't be from outside of your people. All right. And in fact, actually, keep reading because he's going to get to it in there too.
And Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh."
All right. Now, Adam said, "This is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh." Right. Right. So that is the same exact phrase. You know what I mean? That when Jacob's uncle saw him and met him. He called him his bone and his flesh, right? It's the same thing, right? And it simply means a family member, right? Let me see. All right, keep going. Well, unless you have someone that one. Okay.
She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
All right, keep reading.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife.
See, this, again, Adam already had the concept of having a father and mother because Adam had a father and mother, right? Like, that's not just a concept that you just make up of what a parent is and what a parent does and a parent's job, right? That's something that has to be developed over time, right? It's not just something that just magicked in his head. He had a mother, he had a father, right? And he said, for this cause, a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. All right, keep reading.
And they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, and the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
Right. And so when it's talking about, one flesh, right? That's just referring basically to that oneness, right? Like what Christ had prayed for his disciples, right? The same thing that Christ had with the Most High, right? They're the same in purpose, character, and goal, right? When you see her, you see him, right? She is a reflection of you, right? That's what that one flesh means, right? Any more in that chapter?
La.
All right. So now we're about to start on chapter 3, starting at verse 1. All right. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Waha Nachasha Haya Irawam Makal Chayath Ashada Ashar Aisha Yahweh Alahayim Waya Amar Al Ha'asha Ap. It's like an Apa Kaya Amar Alahayim La'a It's like it. Tha'akalwa Makal Aitza Hagun. Verse 2. Watha Amar Ha'ash. It's like a Ha'asha Al Hanachash Maparia Aitaza Hagun Na'akal. Verse 3. Wamaparia Aitiza, Ashar, Bathawak, Hagun, Amar, Alahayim, La'ah, the Akalwa, Mamanwa, Mamanwa, Wala'ah, Thagaiwa, Panah, the moth one. Verse 4. Waya Amar, Hanachash, Al, Ha'asha, La'ah, Manath, Pawath, the moth one. Verse 5. Kaya, Yadai, Alahayim, Kaya, Bayawam, Akalkam, Mamanwa, Wanapakwakwa, Ayanayakam, Wahayayatham, Ka'Allah, Ka'Allah Yam, Yada'aya, Tawab, Warai, all right. Stop it there because of the time. Genesis 3, 1 through 5.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made.
Again, now, as I said, as we were explaining before, this is a story, right? And this serpent is not an actual serpent, right? This is symbolic. It's a metaphor for a low-down, dirty creature, right? As for an example, right? Because a lot of Christians like to say that, oh, well, this serpent was an actual snake because they had to go on their belly. But it never said that the Most High took the ability to talk from them. So why don't snakes still talk? You see what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't make sense. Why was the snake the only one talking to him? Why weren't there other animals talking? That doesn't make sense. The snake is a low-down, deceitful man. A man who came with deception to trick these children of the Most High God, those who were are supposed to be doing the will of the Most High God. Because when Adam got the breath of life in him, what that was the Most High giving him his law, statutes, and commandments. Like that is the breath of life. The word of the Most High God is the breath of life, which in the word of the Most High God are his law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Let's keep going.
And he said unto the woman, Yea, have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
Right, and this is just like the devil. This is just like the snake. This is just like the serpent. This is just like our oppressor. The first thing they want to do is go to our women. They don't try that with us. Right? They go to our women and get our women to convince us. Right? Because they understand that they're the weaker vessel. Right? And again, this is why the things never change. Right? The Bible is so beautiful because the Bible is showing you everything that's still going on today. You got something? Yeah, the beasts of the the beasts of the field represent other nations, right? You see, I think it's in Isaiah where it talks about how we become a prey for all the beasts of the field. Is basically it's a way of saying other nations. The nation of Israel is usually referred to as sheep, and without a shepherd, we're lost and we're a prey for every beast of the field. Paraphrasing, of course, but that's the analogy, right? Like I went over last night in the Lashwan Kodash class that we use a lot of farming and agricultural metaphors, right? So being a prey to the beasts of the field, you're the sheep with the shepherd, right? And once you get outside of that shepherd's view, those sheep are subject to every beast that rolls up to them. It's the same way with us as a nation, right? That's what it's talking about. It is comparing us. Even in this, it's comparing us as an animal that needs to be protected by a shepherd, right? And again, and a lot of people like to think that this is, yes, this is the time before Israel was a nation, right? This is the time before Israel was even thought of, right? But what we have written down is written down by Moses, right? And Moses wrote this after Israel was a nation. He wrote this after he had already been told those oral stories from his forefathers and passed on down because his mother was his nurse when he was in Pharaoh's house, right? So he knew these things. He had a basic understanding and a basic knowledge. So when the Most High speaks, he'll speak in phrases that Israelites will understand. Not just he's not like, for example, when the Most High speaks to we'll get to that later. When the Most High speaks to Cain and asks him about his brother, that's the Most High telling Moses about the interaction, right? It's not, you're not actually necessarily getting an eyewitness account of you see what I'm saying? So he has a great deal of future knowledge that's already involved before he even hears these stories, right? So that's how he would understand the beast of the field, because he has the knowledge of Israel being the sheep and being considered that to the Most High. All right. Where you at?
Verse 2.
Okay.
And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it,
right?
Neither shall ye touch it,
right?
Lest you die.
Right. Now these trees, right here, these trees are representative of nations, right? And not just their nations, but the philosophies of that nation, right? The way they do things, the way they worship their gods, right? Because even without the Most High God, people have always worshipped a higher power, right? Even with the Edomites, they create their own higher powers, right? In the case of someone like Nimrod, he is the higher power, and everyone is to worship him. We understand that we didn't just pop up on this earth. Like the atheist theory now of how, it's never happened and there's no such thing as a God. That is a crazy new age human thought, right? We've always known that we are a created species by a creator, right? And these other nations, they were not worshiping the Most High the way that he wanted to be worshipped, because they didn't have the breath of life, right? Adam did. And so he and his rib were supposed to follow the ways of the Most High. So, but they told him not to partake of this tree in the center of the garden, because this tree, so I can do the tell him keep reading.
And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die.
Right.
For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Now, first off, we understand that the serpent lies, right? That's the biggest trait and attribute about a serpent, right? But it's not just that he lies, right? He'll mix some of the truth in there, right? To get you to start believing a little bit, so that when you bite fully into that lie, you stuck, right? Well, you won't surely die. Of course, from their understanding, you won't drop dead that day, but you eventually die. You are, first off, not just dying as in physical death, but to be separated from the Most High is death, right? To fall outside of the law, statutes, and commandments, to leave the law, statutes, and commandments is death, right? They didn't understand the death that it was speaking about. And then it's saying that you will have the knowledge of good and evil, right? Now, if we look in the previous chapters, right, the Most High created things and said it was good. This was good. This was good. This was good. So all Adam had the knowledge of is everything good. He didn't have the knowledge of not going, of sinning, because there was no such thing. He didn't do it. It wasn't a thing. But as soon as he did this act, that's when sin was created, because he was the first person to have the law, the first person to be able to break the law, because he was the only one to have it, right? So that knowledge, was a new knowledge in the world, because nobody knew how to break the laws of God, because nobody had ever done it, right? And so that's where this evil that he introduced came from. Yeah, we are about at the time, so it's time for prayer. All right, so. Which means to Israel. All right. Al-Madim, Wapanya, Hakudam, we stand. Turn to face the east. The Lord's Prayer first in the Hebrew, then in English. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malagwathka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Ayah. Arsha. Ba'aratazak. Kawa. Ayah. Bashamayam. Natan Lanawa. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalak Lanawa. Kawawath Nawa. Kasalak Nawa. Kawawath Yanawa. Wala'a. Tabaya Anawa.
Kabayanawa,
Banasayawan,
Banasanayan,
Abab,
Abab,
Awashainaw,
Awashainawa,
Maya,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Amalakwa,
Hamalakwa,
Wa'ala,
Wahala,
Wa'atapara,
Wahatapara,
La'aiwalamyam,
La'aiwa Lamya,
Aban,
Aman. Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father,
our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come,
thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
on earth as it is in
on
heaven.
earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts,
You forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our
And
debtors.
lead us not into temptation,
Lead us not into
but
temptation,
deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever so be it.
forever so be it. The prayer for power, first in Hebrew, then in English. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Babakushai,
Baba Kushai,
Natalanawa,
Nathanael,
Hakat,
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 Lorapa'ah,
Larapa'ah,
Ka'amakala,
Ka'amakala,
Waka'amarawa,
Wakal Marawa,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Latahar,
Latahar,
Ha'amatazaria,
Hamatazari,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Lahakoyam,
Lahakoyam,
Hamathiam,
Hamatiyam,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Irakwa,
Irakwa,
Hatama'ala,
Hatama'ala,
Lagarshan,
Lagarshan,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
the water,
the water,
Aman,
Aman, power in the English. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh in the name of Yahushai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power,
Power to heal.
power to heal
All manner of sickness.
all manner of sickness,
And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers.
the power to cleanse the lepers,
The power to raise the dead.
power to raise the dead,
The power against unclean spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Cast them out in the name of Yahushai.
Thank you so big.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms chapter 121, first in the Hebrew, then in English. Asha'ah,
Ashah.
Ayanya,
Ayanya.
Al-Haharya,
Aharim.
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah,
Azaria.
Isaiah,
Azaria.
Ma'aim,
Ma'aim.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
it's like Aisha,
Aisha.
Samayam,
Shamayam.
Wa'aratiza,
Wa'aratiza.
Al-Yatan,
Al-Yatan.
Lamawat,
Lamawat.
Regalka,
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Hana,
Hana.
La'ah,
La'ah.
Yanawam,
Lanawam.
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah.
Yayashan,
Yayashan.
Shawamar,
Shawamor.
Yasharala,
Yasharala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Tazalka.
Aliyah,
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka.
Yawamam,
Yawamam.
Hashamash,
Hashamash.
La'ayakaka,
La'ayakaka.
It's like it. Wayaraka, it's like it. Wayarak,
Wayarak.
Balayala,
Balayah.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Atnapashka,
Atnapaska.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Tazaatka,
Tazaatka.
Wabawa'aka,
Wabawa'aka.
Ma'aita,
Mayata.
Wa'ai
Walam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help coming from the Lord.
My help coming from the
Who
Lord.
made heaven and
Who
earth.
made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Do not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He
will
that
not
keepeth-
slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forward
From this time forward,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore. All right. Next blessing for the power structure, first in the Hebrew. Barak,
Barak,
Atah,
Atah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Mayaka'ala,
Wa Maliyaka Allah,
Wa Alahaya,
Wa Alahayim,
Matazabia Alawap Yahana,
Matazabya Alawap Yahana,
Ha Alawapyam,
Ha Alawapyim,
Ha Saranyam,
Ha Saranyim,
Ha Quataza, it's like it, Ha Quatazayanyam,
Ha Quatazayanyim,
Ha Kayayalyam,
Ha Kayalyanyim,
Ha Aquath, it's like it, Waha it's like it, Waha Aquathian,
Waha Akwapyim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
the water,
the water.
Aman.
Bless is in the English. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
and Yahweh Shai,
and Yahweh Shai,
and Michael,
and Michael,
and the angels,
and the angels,
Commanding General Yohana,
Commander General
the
Yohana,
generals,
the general,
the captain,
the
officers,
officers,
the troopers,
the troopers,
and the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
thank you so big.
Thank you so much. All right, Psalms 83, verse in Hebrew. Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Al Damayalaka,
Al Damayalaka,
Al Takarash,
Al Takarash,
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Al Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awayabika,
Awayabika,
Yahamayawan,
Yahamayawan,
Wamashanayaka,
Wamashana Yakat,
Nasha'awa,
Nashaiwa,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka,
Al Imakat,
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Sawad,
Sawad,
Wayata Ya'itizawa,
Wayataya Aitazawa,
Al Tazapanwa Yaka,
Al Tazapanwan Yaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakira,
Wanakakira,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasharala,
Sham Yashrala,
Aiwa,
Aiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Aitazawa,
Nawa Aitazawa,
La,
La,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Al Yaka,
Al Yaka,
Barya,
Baya,
Yakarathwa,
Yakaratwa,
Ahalia,
Ahalya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wa Yashamai Alahaya,
Wa Yashamai Alahayim,
Mawa Abba,
Mawa'aba,
Wa Hagaria,
Wahagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa Amawan,
Wa Amawan,
Wa Amalak,
Wa Amalak,
Palasha,
Palashat,
I'm Yashabia,
Am Yashabi,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Laban Yalawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha Lahab,
Aisha Laham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasa Yasara'a,
Kasa Yasara'a,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Banakal,
Banaka,
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Da'ara,
Ba'ayan Da'ara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Adama,
La Adama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nadayapmawa,
Nayayabmawa,
Ka'ara,
Ka'ara,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakazaba,
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 Wakatazamanai,
Wakatazamanai,
Ka Nasaya Kamwa,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayara'ash, Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Na'awa,
Nawa,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Alaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagalgala,
Kakalgar,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Raka,
Lapanya Raka,
Ka'ash,
Kaash,
Taba Ira Ya'ira,
Taba Ira Ya'ira,
Waka Lahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Haryam,
Aram,
Khan,
Khan,
Taradatma,
Taradapta,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Irika,
Waba Sawapaka,
Wabasa Wapaka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Aidi Ai,
Aidi Ai,
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya da Aiwa.
Waya da Iowa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata.
Ata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labaka.
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan.
Al Kaya. Al Kaharataza.
Al Kal Ha'aratazah. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a
And
tumult.
they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy
And
people.
consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one
They are
consent.
confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Baal.
Gebal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The Philistines with their inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Lot.
Salah.
Do unto them as the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kisan.
At the brook of Kisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Arab
And like Zeeb.
and like Ziah.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All their princes as Zabah
As Zalmunna.
and as Zalmunna,
Who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
Make them like a wheel.
make them like a wheel,
As a stubble before the wind.
as they stumble before the
As
wind,
the fire burneth the wood.
as the fire burneth the wood,
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame sets the mountains on fire,
So persecute them with thy tempest.
so persecute them with thy
And make
tempest,
them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy
Fill
storm.
their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord,
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
Let them be put to shame and perish,
That men may know that thou,
that men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
art the most high over all the earth. Bless Israel, first in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai,
Yahushai.
Barak Lanao,
Barak Lanao.
Wayasharala,
Wayasharala.
Wahab Bayat Saparia,
Wahabayat Saparia.
Barak,
Barak.
Rapah,
Rapah.
Magun,
Magun.
Hagun,
Hagun.
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai,
Yahushai.
Tawada,
Tawada.
Aman.
Bless Israel in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahushai.
Lord, in the name of
Bless
Yahushai,
us.
bless us
And Israel.
and Israel
And the school.
and the school.
Bless.
Bless,
Heal.
heal,
Shield.
shield,
Protect.
protect.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai,
Thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of
In the
Yahushai,
name of Yahushai.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now.
right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction
And punishment and destruction.
to the heathen
To the heathen.
that speak against
That
us,
speak against us.
that thy prophets,
Thy prophets.
the teachers,
The teachers.
the princes,
The princes.
the priests,
The priests.
the Israelite brothers,
The Israelite brothers.
and the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction
punishment and destruction.
to the heathen.
To the heathen.
Shake, it's like and shake loose the treasure
And shake loose the treasure
of the rich of Israel.
of the rich of Israel.
They refuse to give to the
That
school.
refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches
Force their riches.
to enter into thy sanctuary.
Enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses
Send evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction
Punishment and
to
destruction.
the Edomites
To the Edomites.
and the nations
And the nations.
and their drug dealers,
And their drug dealers.
the court system,
Court system.
prison system,
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood.
all the governments of our enemies,
All the governments of our
Amalek
enemies.
synagogues and Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies.
the Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church.
the Pope,
The Pope.
Islam,
Islam.
Christianity,
Christianity.
Egyptology,
Egyptology.
militia,
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation.
skinheads,
Skinhead.
Posse Kamikaze,
Posse Kamikaze.
the gay
The
movement,
gay movement.
lesbian
The
movement,
lesbian movement.
spies,
Spies.
workers of witchcraft,
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program,
NASA space program.
Air Force,
Air Force.
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet
Open up the internet
and the airways,
and the airways,
cable access channel,
cable access channel,
and the radio channel.
and the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop us
that seek to stop us
and bring a swift
and
destruction
bring swift destruction
to all the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in our way
that stand in the way
or try to stop us
or try to stop us
from broadcasting your words
from broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth
and
and consume them.
consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let this plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahweh
Michael,
Michael,
and Gabriel
and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucer
come down with the flying saucer
and punish all the
and
heathen
punish all the heathens
that come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy
as
word.
we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known
Cause it to be known
that it is the angels that have done it.
by all that is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it to be spread
through the through the media,
through the media,
throughout the whole world.
through the world.
Cause them to shake thy coming.
Cause them to shake it by coming.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you always, so be it.